Hello everyone, and I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Extreme Breaks Originals. And this time we will be featuring the LEGO compatible custom Jurassic World Tarbosaurus. But first of all, I'd like to thank YouTube.com Audio Library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! The guest PC contest winners will be announced at the end of the video, but first, here is how to join. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and then click on the community link to see all my posts. Text messages to look at. Well, anyways, let's move on with the making of Tarbosaurus. The Tarbosaurus is actually based off from this base figure, which I figured a few weeks back. It is the medium-sized Tyrannosaurus Rex or mechanical T-Rex. I did several sculpting details as well as, of course, kit bashing for different parts or which I made use to make it more appropriate for this particular creature. Most of the colors of this creature is actually gray, so I just used the primer color, which is Bosnia number 68 gray, as the base figure for this one. And then I just added several details such as colors contrasting that of the feet as well as the back, and also several gradients of darker gray on the sides of the creature, including the thighs and also the arms. This darker gray will serve as a good background for the stripes that I will be putting on later. And then after that, I placed on this lighter red or pinkish even colors on the bottom of the figure. There are several patterns to it, so I'm just putting on the details using this fine tip brush. And once that is done, I added several more details such as speckling on the sides of this reddish color, and then moving on with the lower half of the underbelly. I know that the metal toy doesn't have this color, but it's because I wanted the pop-up color on that region. Anyways, I moved on with the stripes on the back as well as the sides, or the thighs. I used my blunter end of my permanent pen to mark all these regions so that it would be easier for me. I then paint on the details such as the insides of the mouth, the teeth, and also the eyes. I did a few edits on the nails, of course, and other portions of this figure because I wanted it to be still my aesthetic, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And that's it for the making of Tarbosaurus. Let's move on with the subbricks. You can do it, and let's bolt in. Alright, this figure actually contains 8 parts to it. Let's start by connecting the head with the lower jaw. And that's easy. Now let's connect this to the neck portion. Originally, I wanted a separate piece for the neck, however, I think this still looks good on my opinion. Okay, let's attach the arms now. Let's start with the right one and then with the left. Okay? Then let's move on with the legs. Again, let's start with the right leg and then attach the left leg. And lastly, let's just attach the tail. And that should complete the Tarbosaurus figure. Alright. Now it's time for us to move on with the closer look. And this time, I'm bringing out Moira here. What a great entrance, Moira. Well, anyways, so much for that helicopter trip. I just want you guys to know that I have been looking forward on making this Tarbosaurus actually from when the Mattel figure came out, and that is why it's actually based off from this photo, which is basically straight out from the Mattel figure. I forgot who the artist is, but he did a really good job at depicting the Tarbosaurus for Jurassic World Mattel line. Okay, so Moira will be coming back later for some size comparisons. But for now, let's continue on with the closer look. And look at it. It's really menacing. I think we put actual pupils on it, so it looks really angry to some extent, and I'm really liking it. It even looks possessed to some extent, so yeah, it looks good to me. Okay, so the head is actually very Tyrannosaur because it actually uses the mold of the T-Rex. It's just smaller, and it has this spikes on the back and a lot of stripes, which is very prominent on the back portion as well as the thighs. Okay, so on the bottom part you can see that it's lighter red or pinkish even, and I included scaling details on the feet as well. Just a bit of extra touch from Extinct Bricks, of course. Okay, so as per articulation, you can open and close its mouth, turn its head down and up, and can twist it around. It can move its legs, and yeah, it has so many articulations to it and so many different poses you can do from it. Okay, so that's it for the closer look. Now let's move on with the size comparisons. And for the size comparisons, I'm bringing back here Moira just to compare the size of this minifigure with this cousin of the T-Rex, the Tarbosaurus. So in real life, the Tarbosaurus is actually a very close cousin of the T-Rex and most probably live in the same era. However, the Tarbosaurus is a little bit smaller than that of the T-Rex. Of course, the T-Rex is the king, and definitely it is much bigger than the Tarbosaurus. And here it is, the actual size of the Tarbosaurus. I think it's just the right size and proportion. And here we have our first comparison, the Albertosaurus. Alright, so you may notice that I did a few tweaks to it. I adjusted the colors of the feet. It's too yellow from the first one. And yeah, I'm really liking the way it looks now, even with the slight changes. Okay, so comparing it in size, you can see that it's definitely almost the same size as that of the Tarbosaurus. Tarbosaurus is a little bit bigger, in my opinion. However, the Tarbosaurus is a bit taller than that of the Albertosaurus. I think also that the head of the Tarbosaurus is a little bit bigger than that of the Albertosaurus. And that's it for the Albertosaurus. Now let's have our second comparison. This is the Lego Tyrannosaurus Rex. Alright, so Rexy here, Queen of Allosaurnia and Isla Nublar. Okay, so comparing both creatures, you can see that just by the head alone, the T-Rex is definitely bigger than that of the Tarbosaurus. And taking a look from the top view, you can see that the T-Rex is a little bit longer than that of the Tarbosaurus. Wonder if they would fight or do a sparring sometime. Definitely not. Tarbosaurus would definitely run away from T-Rex. Anyways, they're actually friends because they're cousins. But there really is a big possibility that these two creatures would fight out for food, of course, and definitely T-Rex would be winning this one. That was a bad roar, I know. And that is enough for the T-Rex. You'll have your limelight very soon. Let's move on with the size comparisons. And this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the Lost World movie, or Buck T-Rex. Okay, so the Buck T-Rex is actually just a repaint of from a long time ago. You can see here the stripes and the greenish colors, the grayish underbelly. So I think I really did a good job. Do let me know if you have other suggestions on probable recolor this one. And here we have the T-Rex family that I have so far. Do comment on below on other T-Rex cousins or T-Rex species that you'd like to see next. The T-Rex repaint and the Albertosaurus has their own videos, so please check it out after watching the Tarbosaurus video. Now it's time for us to have a roll call. Let's start from the most left. This is the Tyrannosaurus from the Lost World. Lego Tyrannosaurus Rex. Albertosaurus Custom. And lastly, Jurassic World Tarbosaurus. It's almost end of the video, so it's time for us to have some last looks. The name Tarbosaurus actually is rooted from the two Greek words tarbos meaning terror and saurus meaning lizard. Thus, it is called the alarming lizard. It lived in the late Cretaceous period, very similar to that of the T-Rex, around 70 million years ago, and it is part of the Tyrannosauridae family. It would reach a length of 40 feet and would weigh 5,000 kilograms and with a height of 20 feet. Be careful, Moira! And there you have it. She's feeding the Tarbosaurus in a very awkward and dangerous manner. And that ends our video for today on the Tarbosaurus. I hope you like it. It is now time for us to announce the Guess the Species contest winners. And we have 10 lucky picks. And here they are. Daniel Ponce, Anime Z, Blank, Erna Nava, Kira Lazarov, Dino Royal Cruise, Tyrannosaurus Animation Studios, Mr. F, The Acro 34, and Shadow Yami. Congratulations everyone! And now for top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Bizarre Mars,
Top 9.
Rocky Yusvistaka,
Top 8.
Mikhail Kostinov,
Top
Rex
7.
Place,
Top 6.
Tortinier Gunther,
Top 5.
Maria Mar,
Top 4.
Jurassic King,
Top
The GCL,
2. Top 2.
Tivon Malikarachi,
Top 4.
and Simo Mado. Congratulations everyone! And I'll see you on the next Guess the Species contest! Also, our babies Moira and Asher has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please watch their videos and subscribe to their channel as well. Thanks for the support everyone! Please also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here in YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar!